Hey guys, what's up? My name is Redfern and I am here to tell you something exciting. Well, it is exciting. Well, I don't know if you'll take. Anyway, I'm just blabbering on. As you guys may be watching this video, I am currently heading out on the road and actually traveling across my state of Michigan all the way to Saugatuck on a camping trip, which I will be vlogging, and you guys won't be able to see that because there won't be any internet until I get back on Tuesday. But still, you'll have that adventure to see later on, and I'm so excited because then after that I'll be able to get ready for the prize giveaway that you guys will have, and it's awesome. There's some rare stuff for you guys to have, and I'm so excited, and there's some Apple device that you can have that's actually pretty nifty, and I can't tell any more about that until then. So, on to today's video. But today's video is all about a theme for camping, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going on a camping trip, and I'm tenting, and I know that's not a popular idea. No, not a lot of people like to go tent camping. But there in my youth, I did go scouting. Not the best moment of my life, but it did prove to be pretty useful to actually learn a couple things to make tenting more pleasurable and actually more, so you don't actually screw up with something and then actually have a terrible time. These are 5 tips that will actually make tenting much more pleasurable. So yeah, 5 tips to make tenting much more pleasurable. Tip number 1. When you're packing your stuff, put it within a plastic bin, because guess what? If anything ever happens to you, like rain, snow, if you're a tent camper in the snow, props to you because I would never do that, but if anything ever happens to your stuff, like your tent, it gets flipped over and things fall out the door, guess what? You have a very much higher chance that your stuff may actually not get wet if anything of water could happen, because guess what? It's protected in a bin, but unless your bin actually cracks open and all your stuff goes flying, well, then you're kind of screwed. But on normal camp chances like rain, I've done a summer camp where it just rained so heavily, my stuff did not get wet, and I was so thankful because then I could actually wear stuff the next day. Number 2, tents. That's the nice thing. You want to make sure you have a tent that's just right for you, your own size, but the biggest thing is that if you get a new tent, you want to actually practice putting it up and putting away before you actually get to your location or campsite, because if you go there in the beginning and you've never set it up before, you may have that one moment where you're going to be setting up forever and into the night, and then you may go to your neighbors going, knock, 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 can you help me? And if it's at night, they're probably not going to be happy. Even me, I did that myself just not that moment ago, quick run. Note that I've actually had so many epiphanies and so many screw-ups in one moment that it happened consecutively. Amazing what you can do with a tent. Tip number 3 is actually within the tent, and that is actually where you put your stuff and actually where you sleep. And the thing is that every time you actually go to sleep and have your stuff, make sure nothing is up on the side walls of the tent, because if they are and you wake up, your tent is, surprisingly, guess what? It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. And the difference between that is that the walls will not let water pass through, but it holds it in the walls. And so if you rub your face up against or touch it, or if you're sleeping on it, guess what? All the water will pass through and latch onto the next thing touching it, which if you're sleeping on the edge, guess what? That's your sleeping bag, and congratulations, you just wet your bed without pissing yourself. Tip number 4, which is to have a tarp. And this one was actually kind of new to me, I just found this out not that long ago, is that if you can actually place a tarp underneath your tent, you can actually stop from water going up and above it from in the morning, in the last tip. I didn't know that would actually happen, and it seems to be a good idea, but I've also got an air mattress, so I'm also protected from a lot of things, but I'm still gonna bring a tarp just in case. But it also brings us to number 5, which is also have a tarp for right outside your front door. Because what you can do is that instead of trying to track dirt throughout the place, which, if that's probably the one thing that a lot of people hate, is having dirt and mud, when you have a front door mat of a tarp, you can easily take your shoes off, knock them off before you go inside, and then place them on the inside, and kind of treat it like a Japanese house, where you take your shoes off and you don't track anything inside, and guess what? Your tent is probably going to be about like 5 times cleaner on the usual rate. And if you have a little broom, if anything does come in, you can just sweep it up and just go fling out the door. Well, I have to admit, this was probably my best video I've ever made of least screw-ups. Praise the YouTube gods. Anyway guys, I hope you actually enjoy this, but if you actually agree with any of these tips, make sure you give this video a like by clicking it down below, and if you have any more tips to help other people experience camping much more better, you know, help out people out, and maybe you can help me by actually commenting down below with tips that you think that would make tent camping much more pleasurable, so more people can enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe down below for your daily dose of awesomeness, and I will be back with you guys next week for, you know, the vlog videos, and I'm kind of excited. So I will catch you guys later. May you be free to be who you are, and wherever you go. Until next time, see you guys.